So we hear an awful lot about inflation, but what is it? Well, when we go to buy something and we know that things are quite a bit more expensive than they were last year, most of us can wrap our heads around that concept. However, what is it and what causes it? Well, it's the government. And the government not being able to spend the amount of money that they take in revenue from the various sources that they have. So what they do is they print money to cover their expenses. And by printing more money, what happens is it decreases our purchasing power. It's a hidden tax. So let's look at it like this. If there was $100,000 in circulation and the government printed another $100,000, it's twice as much money chasing the same amount of goods and services. The way that the market responds to that is it drives prices up. Let's take a look at what money printing has actually happened over the years. If we look at this chart, it's a chart of M2, which is the monetary supply. This is a chart that's published by the Federal Reserve of St. Louis. And if you look back to the 1960s, there was less than $300 billion in circulation. That's it. That's all the money that there was. And then here, over the course of time, they printed more and more money. And it's just recently gotten out of control. Right now, there's close to $20 trillion in circulation. Every time the amount of money in circulation has doubled, it's effectively cut our purchasing power in half. Now, that's balanced over a period of time where our wages eventually go up. We get raises. But if we're not getting raises equal to the rate of inflation, we're losing purchasing power because the cost of things are more, but we're not making as much as we were the year before. What the federal government tries to do to counteract the effects of their printing money and the inflation that it causes is they raise interest rates. They make the cost of borrowing money more expensive, and thereby they reduce the incentive for people to want to borrow money. It has its impact on energy costs, food costs, and housing costs. So mortgages become more expensive, and you would think that that would slow down the demand for housing, but we haven't seen that yet. If people are looking for a safe haven that's relatively safe, something that's going to hold its value over the course of time, well, housing has historically been a very good shelter for that. If you're interested, I could talk to you at length about this, but I just basically wanted to talk about the causes of inflation and the impact that it has on the housing market. If you're thinking of buying or selling real estate here in the Poconos, please get in touch with me. I'd love to understand your situation and help you come up with a plan that's going to make your life better.